What's up, Troy? Thanks for being here.
Hi, Michaela.
Okay, this is the second time we are meeting.
Yep.
We met once before whenever we made Tallow Restaurant in Venice the first ever EMF friendly space.
Shout out to Graham.
Yeah.
Best restaurant out here in LA.
Yeah. So give us a little bit about your journey with Aries.
So, Aries, I was super intrigued when I started seeing the posts on my algorithm. And I'm that type of guy. Like when I see stuff like that, I start doing the research. I'm like, I want to try it. So then once I finally tried it, look, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know how to describe all the technology, but my sleep has been more consistent since I started using it. So, that's what I'll say about that.
So when you came in here today,
Yeah.
where were you at with like your understanding of how Aries works?
Where was I?
Yeah.
When
Like what was your understanding of how Aries work before you got to see the results like live?
Right. I think I had a pretty good understanding of it. Like just basically how it's not a blocker, it's more like an alchemizer, or like, transmutes those frequencies to where it harmonizes with your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I had a pretty decent understanding of it.
With being here today and seeing the results live, do you feel like that's going to impact how you speak about it to people?
Yeah, I mean, because people like to see tangible proof of things, So on the website, you can access, certain results and brain scans. So yeah, I want to be the one to get the brain scan. Oh, that's what I really want. Huh?
Put them on the list.
I would, I would much more. I would be much more excited to show them if it was my brain. I'm like, yo, this is how it affects your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
All right, really quick. If you were going to describe what the Aries effect is, in just like brief words, what would you say the Aries effect is?
We all know these phones are not good for us. These towers, all of this new technology that hasn't even been around for 100 years. Just like a bunch of processed food that hasn't been around for 100 years. So we have to be very mindful with how we engage with it. And if there's a technology that can kind of counteract those negative effects, why not use it? So I'm gonna keep using it. I just think if you're conscious of that stuff, look into it.
Before coming here today, were you already pretty consistent at using your Aries?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
Yes.
Yeah. If I don't wear it during the day, I'm at least sleeping with it next to me. So yeah, and it's on my phone. Like, got it on my.
Have you ever like gone a day without Aries and like noticed that I don't have it?
Nah, because it's always on my phone.
Yeah.
I notice when it's not around my neck just because
yeah.
I'm always wearing it, but yeah, it's always on me. So
yeah. I was talking to people. A lot of like what people were saying today was like the response is subtle, but it's something when you look back, you're like, wait a second. Like ever since I started using Aries, I'd shifted. You know what I mean? Like I've got through the day a little better. I'm a little more clear. It's like I don't know if this will go live, but it's like having like the perfect dose of THC where it's like you don't feel the high, but you notice you're less, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're like, oh, I'm less stressed.
Hey, microdosing. Microdosing Aries.
Aries effect is a microdose.
Yeah, that's something I learned today was how it affects your mood.
Yeah.
That was important to hear because I never thought of it as that.
Yeah.
But it's your brain, so yeah, there's so much to learn with how the human body works, how the brain works. I didn't know that if you're using like an EMF blocker on your phone, it's basically like it's rebounding off of the phone, like going into your brain, so.
Yeah, I started on that blocker journey and then learning all of that, I was like.
Yep. Right. It's kind of like the saying, it's what you resist persists, or, it's like.
Totally.
Yeah. So with the blockers, you're just attracting it more because it's attracting the frequency so it can block it.
Yeah.
And then you're getting some of that frequency.
Yeah.
So I think he does a really good job of explaining it and just breaking it down into simpler terms for maybe the not as scientific mind,
Yeah. All right, really quick. Give me a one-liner. The Aries effect is.
EMFs are scary. Use Aries.
I love that. Troy, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to the next time I get to hang out with you. Tell us your gram.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Troy Blyton. You can find me at Troy Blyton on all the socials. You know, I teach kids basketball, I model, post a lot of holistic health social media content. But yeah,
I'm curious really quick about the kids.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think this, because you're your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Partner? She also works with kids.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like this is going to impact your, like, do you think it'll show up in any way?
Like her working with kids, just naturally they ask me what it is, if it's
Just
like
wearing
out,
it.
you know. So yeah, just explain it to them in a way that a kid can understand. You
How
know,
would you explain it in a way that a kid could understand?
look, I would just the way I was talking about how these phones are not good for us. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to be healthy, right?
Yeah.
You want to sleep better. You want to
Feel
be
stronger.
strong like me. You need to do certain things to protect you.
Yeah, I love that.
This
I love
protects
just
me.
the living by example. I think that's what's so cool about the wearables of Aries is like you don't really need to say anything. It's so common that people will just come up. It happens to me in the grocery store. What is that? Is that a mirror? Is that, is that a microchip? And it's like, oh, let me tell you. That's awesome.
If it is affecting me in the way where I feel like I'm getting better sleep, just automatically I'm having better recovery. So it's an all encompassing type of thing, you know. So
It's interesting to me because, we live in a world where like everything is so quick. Like we want to take something and have a quick result. And with Aries, it's more subtle. So it's like interesting to me when people choose to continue using it every day, even though they didn't like put it on and like all of a sudden like everything was, like, so why? Why do you choose to just continue wearing it every day?
I'd rather take my chances wearing something that I think is protecting me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something to be said about real results that you can look at and read.
Yeah.
You know, a brain scan is not going to lie, you know.
Yeah. It's interesting because people who are super hypersensitive to technology, they do feel that instant result. And it's cool for like people who don't necessarily feel the instant result to be able to see that there's an instant result mentally. That like if I notice it when I don't have it, like if I go a day without wearing my flax, I'm like, feel gross. And then I'm like, I took it off. But yeah, thanks for being here.
Appreciate you, Michaela.
Appreciate you. Troy,
Yes.
go
Troy
on
Blyton.
the gram.
Thank you.
Troy Blyton.
At Troy Blyton, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Peace.